What is up? What is up? So, I've been doing this podcast stuff for quite a while, and if you count my old show, been going on a little over a year now. Um, just found out the way my microphone is supposed to be facing me. Apparently, I've had the back end facing towards me this entire time, and I didn't know, but now I do. And I got a video going, so I'm videoing it now, and I might convert my YouTube channel into this, because right now I have a fitness YouTube channel that I don't ever use, so I may convert it. Let me fix this. Here, a little clicky. That's my mouse. I'm doing some work here while I'm doing it. I'm videoing. Got the old PlayStation in the background. If you can see my background from there and tell me what it is, I'll give you a high five. Anyways, yeah, if you notice, I'm still in the old camper studio here. I got my desk moved in here. I am very comfortable in this camper. It kind of scares me how comfortable I am in this camper. Yeah, anyways, I opened up a Snapchat. Shouldn't have done that. Started just reading it and lost my train of thought. But let's open up my notes here. Let's see what I had. I have a few discussions, few points that I want to talk about. Today's Thursday. I got a couple hours before I go back to the gym, and figured I'd do a podcast. Haven't done one this month, I don't think. Very few far and in between these days. Just been busy. Corona happened, flipped my life upside down, started training from home, finally got comfortable at home, started doing stuff at home. They flipped it on me again. They opened the gym back up. Now I'm back at the gym, got new clients, got a new schedule. It's just, then there's gloves and there's no gloves. Now there's no things, and then there's masks, and it's all over the place. It's a roller coaster every week. Something new's going on, and then it's summertime, then people are on vacation, so my schedule's always getting a little crazy. But kind of getting some consistent. I'm getting busy again, so that's good. But it's hard to get a routine down and get things moving and grooving whenever just different every day. Every week is different. But want to talk a little. I got just random things I want to talk about today. If I'm out in public or I'm out and about, I'll jot down a random thing in my notes to talk about. And mostly today, talk about what's a good first date. I haven't been to the lake in a hot minute. I went to the lake. I want to talk about that. Some sunburn crap. And then a little fitness stuff. So I'll get the fitness stuff out of the way. I feel like I got a light here. Let's see what it looks like without this light. I don't know. I'll turn it back on. It's just kind of blinding me. It's my office light. But fitness stuff. To reiterate from my last podcast, I had some salty people messaging me because there were girls, a couple of them that do bench press. And let me reiterate here. I am talking about, my last podcast, I said it annoys me when dudes bring their girls to the gym and have their girls do bro-y exercises and bro-y workouts. What I mean by that is, like, if I had a little 120-pound girlfriend, whatever, looks like a cheerleader, and I brought her to the gym and I had her do bench press and incline press and shoulder press with me, like, one, that girl, she's probably never done that. She's going to look like she's never done that. It's going to ruin my workout. It's going to do nothing for her. And that's kind of what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about girls that are very fit. I'm not talking about girls that do powerlifting, do CrossFit, do all that. That's been doing weightlifting stuff forever. Y'all have at it. You know what you're doing. But basically, I'm talking about bringing like a newbie, like kind of like one of those pretty girls, a cheerleader type girl. Not saying cheerleaders, not saying y'all don't lift weights, but kind of trying to paint a picture in your head of the girl I'm describing. And then you just throw them just throw them to the wolves. Just come do these big 5 bench press, all this freaking crazy stuff that barely even a 16-year-old boy can do. And when they do it, they're awful when they do it. Those are just very complex things, and that's what you send somebody new that's never done it before. And that's basically all I'm getting at. I'm not talking about girls that lift weights all the time. Y'all know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing, it's not a bad deal. But especially like you do come in, you've never been to a gym before, you brought your girl, like it'd be a fun date, and you throw her on the bench press or you throw her on the squat rack, and she has no idea how to bench, she has no idea how to squat, and it's so obvious, and you just let her do it anyways. Blows my mind, frustrates me. That's what I was getting at on my last episode. But speaking of bringing a girl to the gym for the first date, what is a good first date? I think about this all the time, and because I am single and I go on first dates every now and then. I was gonna say often. No, I don't do it often. But every now and then I will have a first date, and I used to really be like a dinner and a movie, because I love movies and I like to eat. Who doesn't like those things? But as I've gotten older, I realize that a movie is not a great first date, because it's awkward. There's no talking going on. You just sit next to each other, and there's like there's no flirting, no back and forth. And so it's like you never know. You can't just awkwardly go in for a hand hold, which I'm 27 now. I'm not holding your hand at the movies on a first date. And then you just like you can't go for the over the head kind of hold thing, because like you don't even know this person, and it's like everything about it's weird. Just you can't talk, you don't know them, and so there's just 2 hours you're sitting next to a stranger basically. And so I've come to find out that a movie is not a good first date. And then dinner's a little awkward too, because everyone's kind of picky. I'm extremely picky, and it's like, what if you pick a place they don't like? Or, I'm like toughing it out and I go to a place that they like that I don't like. And then so, like you're kind of just forcing some of this food down your mouth. You don't even like it. And, or maybe you do like it and you're trying not to look like a fat pig and you're just shoving food down your mouth. And then it's like, I don't know, are they judging me? Am I over here just gorging myself? And then it's like you gotta worry you got food in your teeth, your breath stink, and I don't know. Sometimes I get wrapped up in that, Or it's like, do you want to do something fun? Like, do you want to go to a putt-putt, or you want to go, I don't know, like do a fun activity, go hiking, go do something. I don't know. I don't even know. What do you do? And especially with the Rona and everything's closed down, so your options are very limited. Like bowling, maybe bowling's kind of fun, but it's always hit or miss, But I like those things because then you can kind of top golf, but it's very difficult for a lot of girls because they have no idea how to swing a club. And then it's like you could always, go up there and teach them, stand behind them. I'm like, I don't know about that. But so top golf is always weird, but I did a top golf date one time too, and actually, you know what? I would not recommend that, because as a group, it's really fun, but one-on-one, when the other person is golfing, you're sitting at the table alone. And then when they're golfing, they're sitting at the table alone. And so the entire time, very rarely are y'all together, and very rarely are you kind of talking, because you're either golfing or you're sitting alone. And so it's very hard to interact top golfing, and bowling's kind of the same way, unless y'all take a break and talk a little bit. But if you listen to this and you know me, I'm very curious if you have a good idea for a first date. Hit me up on my Instagram or my Facebook, or come tell me in person, text me, because I think about this often and I don't have a clue what's a nice first date. I always feel like it's something where you can interact, and I do honestly feel like a workout is a great first date, but I'm very into fitness. And like I said, if you get somebody who's not very into fitness, it can be a nightmare. And I go hard. I go hard in the gym. Now, I wouldn't expect that from somebody who does not, and I wouldn't put that pressure on them. But then, they kind of feel that way too. Like, hey, you want to come work out with me? They think I'm going to kill them because I'm a personal trainer and all that. But if they are into fitness too, a workout's kind of a good first date. But I don't know. I don't have the answer. And I'm curious what the answer is. What do girls like to do? Dinner is always nice. Like, normally I end up going to dinner. And, you kind of talk while you're waiting for a table. You have 30 minutes, like 40 minutes, you just BS around. Then you eat. But then, then it's just like, all right, well, bye. So, I don't know. It's all right. Not ideal. It's all right. But, speaking of stuff in your face, I get asked this all the time. And, I kind of get asked it too much now to where it's at the point where it kind of bothers me. But it's kind of my job. So people want to know all the time. Like, they'll come into my class, or I'll just see them out and about, at like Beef O'Brady's or some nonsense. Most of the time they're not very serious, but deep down they are when they ask me. I don't know, there's a better way to word that, but y'all know what I'm saying. My computer froze. There we go. But what I'm getting at, sorry, computer froze. My mind was elsewhere. They want to come up, hey, I need to lose some fat right here, and they squeeze their belly. I need to lose some fat right here. Or they're like, I need to lose some fat underneath my arms, and they wiggle the old tricep flab. And or like, my thighs are too thin. I need to lose some fat here. How do I do that? Is it leg? They want to know, like, people think that to lose belly fat, you got to do abs. People think to lose arm fat, you have to do arm exercises. And if you want to lose leg fat, you have to work out your legs. And that kind of drives me nuts, because it's not common sense. And I know it's not common sense. And if anyone's listening to this, feel free to ask me any question. I will gladly answer if I know in the fitness world. Don't think I'm grouchy. I'm not really grouchy. This is something that bothers me. And I really want people to understand this. Here's the thing. If you wake up, you go get McDonald's breakfast. Then you go eat a pizza for lunch. And then Mexican food for dinner. Think about all the calories you just ate. Now, are you sitting there telling your body, hey, I know I just ate 6,000 calories. I want to get fat in my thighs. So I'm going to eat 6,000 calories this week because I want my thighs to get fatter. Or I'm going to eat 6,000 calories this week because I want my arms to get bigger. I want more fat in my arms. It doesn't work that way. You can't tell your fat where to grow. Your body, everyone's body's different. When you eat an excess amount of calories, it's going to store in different places. Most of the time, men's primary storage placement is their lower belly in the muffin top, the back. Okay, kind of their waistband. Their waistband is where the gentleman will store it. Ladies, your general go-to storage would be your thighs and your butt. That's general, but everyone's a little different, and then it will start kind of spreading elsewhere. I don't know why I was going to say that. Other places. And with that being said, you can't command where to put on fat, so you can't command where to burn fat. It's kind of like it starts in one place, and it builds out like a tree branch, kind of like you have the trunk where it originates, your fat storing, and then once you get so much there, it starts growing and branches out to other places. When you're burning fat, you can't target fat burning. That's the gist of what I'm getting at. You can't target fat burning. You have to start burning fat, and you start at the branches, and it'll start burning the branches first. And if you do a really good clean diet and you add exercise on top of it, you'll start working your way down to the trunk, and eventually you will burn the whole tree to the ground. And that's how it works. That's how you burn fat. You can't select fat burning. You're not going to burn fat in your legs from doing leg stuff. You're not going to burn fat in your belly from doing abs. And you're not going to burn fat in your arms from doing curls and triceps and arm exercises. That's just not the way it works. And that's all I wanted to say. You can't choose where to put fat on your body. Ooh, clip there. You can't choose where to put fat on your body. I did it again. And you can't choose where to burn the fat. It's a tree, okay? You plant the seed in it from eating too much, and it starts to grow. And you have to burn it off in the opposite direction. You got to start tiny at the branches and work your way down to the trunk, all right? Boom. So, man, oh man, my 5 o'clock canceled on me. More time to podcast. Woo. So, lake stuff. I went to the lake today. One of these days, I need to get a guest on here. Talk to Gilly. Gilly's going to come back on here whenever he's done being so popular. Okay, if you ever see Gilly out and about, I know anyone listening to this knows him personally. Make sure to go say hi to him because, you're already going to want to do that because he's very, very popular. Make sure to go say hi to him. Call him a pop, short for popular, and just make sure he knows how popular he is, because sometimes he forgets and I have to remind him. But yeah, I don't even know why I started talking about that. I got wrapped up in it. He's so popular, he made me forget my train of thought. Oh yeah, he's gonna come on here, so I'm trying to get him on, and we're gonna talk about some nutrition and stuff like that, because I know what I need to be eating, what people need to be eating. I know the macros, I know the science, and he does too, but I don't know anything about the kitchen, like cooking. I don't know anything about it. Like I don't understand it. I don't want to learn it. Grilling, oh God, I hate it so much. All the effort that goes into preparing it, and then you cook it, and you eat it, and it's okay, and then you gotta do all the cleaning after. Wears me out. And I'm in this camper now, and I ain't got a garbage disposal, which is just me just complaining, but I ain't got a garbage disposal. So it's just less I want to cook, less I want to do things. It wears me out. I don't like it. But we're going to do an episode about that pretty soon. And hopefully I can get some more people on here. Come to the camper studio here. What am I saying? Studio. And get some more entertainment for you people. But yeah, so lake stuff. I like the lake. I go maybe once or twice a year with the popular man himself. They'll take me out once or twice, something like that, and that's about all the lake time I get. I don't have a boat. My aunt and uncle have a boat, but they go down, they keep it kind of down. They go down to Glen Rose and go to the river, and I don't know, they spend the whole weekend down there, and that's never really works out. I never really go over there. I don't know. But other than that, no one else really has a boat. So I like fishing. I like just going to Party Cove, jamming music and drinking beer. And then every now and then, I don't mind trying a wakeboard or something, but I'm not good at it. Last time I tried it, I hurt myself, threw my back out for days. Had to call in sick to work. It hurt me. And so I'm not too excited to try it again. But it's weird. I haven't been to the lake in forever, and I went twice this weekend. Twice. I'm on the video now, holding up 2 fingers. Twice. And, man, thought I had a burp coming. So Friday, an old buddy of mine who I haven't seen in years, a year and a half, 2 years at the least, I haven't seen him in forever, he asked me if I wanted to go fishing Friday morning, and like 5 a.m., which I wake up kind of that early anyways to do training. But, normally, I'm a hermit. I don't like doing anything. And I mean that literally. I don't want to do anything ever. And I just like sitting here watching my shows and working out. That's pretty much it. Anyways, he asked me if I want to go fishing. Typically, I would have been like, well, What time? How long? Who you going with? What kind of fish? I would have had probably 10 questions. And then if one of those 10 questions wasn't what I wanted, I probably would have been like, oh man, you know what? I got stuff to do. Probably would have lied and just not gone. But I haven't seen this fool in a hot minute, and I'm like, you know what? Very uncharacteristic of me. Let's do it. I'll wake up. I'll go fishing. I have no idea how long you want to do this. I have no idea who's going to be there. I don't know what kind of fishing you're doing. I don't know. So I went to Walmart, bought all kinds of stuff, and woke up at 4 a.m. And I went fishing with him. Stayed out there for about 4 or 5 hours. Didn't catch a thing, and it was all right. Made me want a bass boat really bad. I want a boat. Made me want a bass boat. And then Sunday, I had a friend ask me if I wanted to go to the lake with them. And I thought they were just like, they're kind of doing whatever, just lake stuff. They're not fishing. And I'm like, oh man, that's kind of comfortable right now. Kind of watching some shows. I really don't want to do anything right now. And then I'm like, what's wrong with me? Like, I have people inviting me to do stuff, and I'd rather just sit at home in my camper, in my what is this, probably, dude, I don't know, 100 square foot camper, and no, it's more than that, but you get the point, and do nothing at all on a Sunday. And so I'm laughing at myself, and I'm like, you know what, I need to, I'll go out. Like, I haven't done, like, I need to do something today. Like, it's weird of me. Why do I not want to go out and hang out with people? Like, I don't know. Thought that to myself. I literally didn't want to do it. But again, this person I haven't seen in months, because of Corona and all that nonsense. I haven't seen them in months. And I'm like, you know what? Let's do this, So I ended up driving up to Joe Pool again. And they wouldn't let me in. I went to the state park there, Cedar Hill State Park, and they told me the state park was at maximum capacity. What? How in the world can you fill up a state park? That blew my mind. That doesn't make any sense at all. It's outdoors everywhere. Like, I mean, I don't even understand, like, Corona, like, that makes no sense to me. The state park was at maximum capacity. How many people? It's probably, I don't know, 2,000 acres. How many people? 6 foot social distancing. How many people was in that state park for it to be at maximum capacity? Like, what? So anyways, I had to drive all the way to the other side of the lake. It took me like 45 minutes to get to where I was going. And I told you I was already kind of like questioning going. And so it took me 45 minutes to get to where I wanted to go. I finally got there. And when I got there, I had a blast. I had a good time. Lost my Apple Watch. It's at the bottom of Joe Pool Lake. That was kind of upsetting for about 5 minutes, and then I got over it. Bought a new one already, wearing it. So yeah, but I can't believe I lost my Apple Watch. Other than that, though, had a good time. I tubed a little bit. Haven't tubed since I was probably 12 years old, 10 years old. I don't know. Try to get me a wakeboard, and I wasn't feeling that at all. I feel like I'm getting old. Like everyone on that boat was like kind of in their young 20s and teenagers. And here I am about to be 28. And I'm like, dude, I don't know. That sounds exhausting. Like, I got to work tomorrow. I don't have no health insurance. Like, I'm just going to sit here and drink beer. Like, I don't know about that. And I'm like, not too many beer, though. Not too many beer. Not too much beer, because I ain't trying to be drunk and hungover tomorrow either, I'm like, shit, I'm old. These are old people problems here. And so I'm cracking up at myself, all that, yeah. But at the end of the day, I had a good time. It was funny, though. A lot of things. Like, I didn't want to go. Ended up driving 40 minutes to get there. Ended up having fun. Lost my watch. Felt old. I am kind of old, but Whatever, man. Lake stuff. Fishing was fun. Oh, and then I want a ski boat now. Now I want a ski boat after doing that, and I'm torn. I'll have a boat soon. I really want one. But I like fishing, and I like the ski boat, and I don't know what I would do. People will say, get a fish and ski, but those are whack. You ever seen a fish and ski boat? Whack. I need one or the other. But see, like a bass boat, I can take out there and enjoy by myself out on the water, doing nothing, thinking about nothing, just casting a line. But a ski boat, I feel like you're kind of a loser if you go out on a ski boat by yourself. And so I would have to be social and have friends to enjoy a ski boat. So another, what's the word? Conundrum? Is that what I want? Is that a good word? I think so. I'm going to stick with it. A conundrum I have there with that. Ski boat, dope, but I'd have to have friends. Depend on friends because I couldn't go by myself. Or a bass boat, which I can go by myself and enjoy anytime I want. But if I did want friends to come, I could probably only squeeze 2 of them on a tiny little bass boat. So, I don't know. Don't know. But one thing I did, another thing that happened at the lake, is I got a sunburn. I haven't got a bad sunburn in a long, long time. I'm Cherokee Indian. I'm like a quarter. Yeah, I'm a quarter Cherokee Indian. I got a lot of it in me. And normally I don't burn too bad. And I used to work at a water park for 7 seasons. And my skin was the color of wood. Like it was like brown leather on a couch. That was my skin. Probably had the same texture and everything to it. And so I used to never get sunburned or anything like that because I looked straight up like from Mexico or straight up from India. Like you would never know I lived in Midlothian, or that doesn't make sense. American. That's what I was going for. White. You wouldn't know I was white or Caucasian. I'm not wording that well. I looked like I was some other race. But yeah. And now I don't ever go outside. All I do is I work 0.7 miles from my house in the AC, and I'm as white as a ghost. And I went out to the lake and I got fried. I could barely sleep Sunday. I haven't had a sunburn so bad like I couldn't sleep. And it jacked me up. Like I couldn't even remember last time I got a sunburn like this. I felt like a chump. And I tried to squat the other day and putting the barbell on my back about made me cry. Speaking of that, oh my gosh, I had a workout yesterday. Wasn't anything crazy. I do this kind of stuff all the time, so I don't know what happened, what went wrong. But I did some squats. I did about 6 sets, and the second set, I went to go get underneath the bar, and my legs started straight up seizing, just. And if you watching the video, you see what I'm talking about. Just shaking like I've done 100 squats or something. I've done 10. I warmed up, and that's my second set. I went underneath there, and they're just shaking away. And I'm like, oh gosh, what is wrong? And I did 5 more sets, and they did not stop shaking. Like my legs, like I've never done a leg workout in my life. Then I went to deadlift, and my deadlift was doing pretty good. I was feeling pretty good, pretty strong with the deadlifts. Had some really good sets with the deadlift. But oh my gosh, there was this dude in front of me, and he was so stinky. Oh my gosh, he smelt like I don't want to gross anyone out. He smelt awful. I swear. He hadn't taken a shower since Sunday. I was working out on Wednesday. He hadn't showered in 3 to 5 days. I could smell him. He's probably worn the same outfit every day that day, and he's been running for 3 days straight. Straight booty is what this guy smelled like. It was awful. And I'm dying. deadlifts are, I mean, it's full body. So I'm getting pretty worn out, covered in sweat, and I'm huffing and puffing. And this dude is gagging me. I put my mask on just to block his scent, because I'm gonna throw up if I keep smelling him. So I got my mask on. Now I'm suffocating because I'm deadlifting. I don't know. You're saying, I was deadlifting. This can't be. Well, I don't sit on the weights and take 5 minutes in between my sets. I actually sit there and do a lot. Okay. So I'm dying. And about the third or fourth set, the dude finally scoots, about 5 feet down yonder away from me, and I can breathe again. And I let my weights go up, and I get a good deadlift. And then my legs are not feeling good at all. I don't know what's going on. It's literally like I haven't done a leg day in months. I have the idea to do my workout of the week, which is a 100-calorie sprint on the assault bike. So I wait about 6 minutes, give or take, and I go get on the assault bike. And the fastest I've ever done it is 5 minutes flat. And that was on this old rickety assault bike we used to have. Is that a word, rickety? Am I saying that right? You know what I'm trying to say if I'm not saying it right. It's this old rickety assault bike. And now we got these new ones, and they're a lot better. They're a little tougher. And my goal is to get 5 minutes. And I haven't been on the assault bike in a while. I'm a little out of shape at the moment. But that was my goal, 5 minutes. I get on there, and I got it in 4:59. And I got off of it. Like I said, I've done this multiple times. I've done it in 5 minutes before. I've done it like in 5:30. I've done it in 6 minutes. I've probably done a 100-calorie sprint maybe a dozen times. But I've never done it in 4:59. And it was at the end of my leg day. Well, actually, I was going to do more stuff. It wasn't supposed to be the end of my day. It was just what I had next. Oh my gosh. I got sick, and I tried to do a lap. I tried to walk around the gym, and I was looking for the closest bathroom. I was about to throw up all over the place. I don't know what was going on. Never in my life have I gotten like nauseous or sick from from a workout. Like, I know last year vividly, I was doing one of my workout of the weeks, and I got nauseous I got like a little pit. I got a little nauseous in my stomach for probably about 30 seconds. It was over, gone. Maybe back in high school doing like basketball stuff or football stuff. Maybe again, I maybe got a little nauseous, but like I can't even remember. I got so sick. I went and laid down in the House of Pain on the turf for about 20 minutes, just laying there, trying not to throw up into the air and back onto my face and all over the turf. And the only way it would kind of calm down was me laying flat on my back. And so I waited about 20 minutes. I tried to stand up again, and it wasn't having it. I got sicker and sicker. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I went to the corner of the House of Pain. I went and grabbed my foam roller, used my foam roller as a pillow, and I laid there for 30 minutes just on the floor in the House of Pain, which is it's just a fitness room at my gym. And so 50 total minutes, almost an hour, I laid on the floor, because if I would have stood up, I would have thrown up all over the place. And I don't know I've never done that. And it's not like that 4:59 on that assault bike was anything crazy. Like I said, I've done that a dozen times. Never have I gotten sick. I don't know what the deal was, but it almost killed me. And today my legs are so sore from doing squats and deadlifts, which are part of my every week routine. So I don't know, my body was just, I don't know what was going on. Maybe it was all that sun I got at the lake this weekend. I didn't have no energy, or I don't know, I had plenty of energy. I don't know. My body wasn't right, and I thought I was going to die in the House of Pain. But an hour later, got up, taught boot camp, felt great. Didn't feel great, felt good, and moved on with my life. I couldn't believe that, though. I don't know what the heck was going on. But if you're still with me, thank you. I will hopefully be putting out more episodes more frequently. I gotta get some guests on here. I gotta start talking. I gotta be social. I'm not popular, so I gotta talk to people. I don't really like talking to people that often. I don't mind it here. This is a thing. But socially, I don't really talk to a lot of people. That's it, yo. I'll quit rambling. Hopefully, I'll figure out something to do with this video. Probably Instagram, or I'll change my YouTube channel, start putting it on YouTube. And thanks for listening. I'll have another one for you soon. Later.